Hey, Adam, welcome to the event. I allowed you to speak if you want. Yes.
Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
good, good. So, where are you from? Are you from Michigan or another state?
Is that to me?
Yeah, Adam.
I'm in Dallas.
Oh, Dallas, great.
Wow, wow. Welcome.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
Great, man. Yeah, really cool. So what's happening down in Dallas? You guys got hit so hard. And now I hope you're crawling out and everything's going good for you.
Yeah, it's you talking about the winter storm that came?
Yeah, the winter,
Oh yeah.
the grid failures, all the problems. Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was a lot. Me personally, I was out 4 days without power. It was fun. Yeah, let's say it was fun.
I like your attitude.
Yeah. Where are you guys at?
I'm in Detroit. Well, I should say I'm outside of Detroit, but it's near and dear to all of our hearts.
Yeah, we've got meetups all over. Might be some people from St. Louis or LA or Albuquerque, New Jersey. But the topic tonight's like affects everybody everywhere. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys could use some relief over there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just give us a few minutes. In fact, if you got any questions for us?
No, not right now. Just kind of jumping in. I might not be on for too long actually, and I gotta leave in like 10, 15 minutes. I just wanted to jump on and hear some people.
What's your situation?
That's okay, Adam. I'm going to record this tonight, so we can. I'll send the recording out to the meetup. Okay.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So are you an active investor?
Yeah, I'm an acquisitions agent for a fix and flip company out in Dallas. We do 10, 15 a month. Yeah, Dallas is a really hot market right now, so a lot of competition out here. But it's fun. It's fun. It's exciting.
That's good. Sometime maybe talk to me. I've got some other sources for generating leads. I'm a lead generator, so I supply a lot of wholesalers leads, and then all I want to do is be in the deal, so.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure.
So if that's something you're interested in talking about, I'd love to talk to you about it.
Okay. I'll send you an email outside of this.
Yeah, that'd be great. And I can get on and give you a chat, or we can do a real quick Zoom. I can show you. I'll even show you how I do it. It's a unique skill set I got.
All right.
I'm a map factory. I handle the maps for all kinds of companies all over the U.S. So I'll explain it to you when we're on together. So.
Okay.
And then Reddy, who's on with me, he's a heavy duty internet marketer too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Hi, Adam. This is Reddy.
Hey, Reddy.
Hey. So were you there on last week's call?
No. This is the first time I've been on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that was like really interesting, and I'm sure you'll learn some things. Hey, Patrick, do you think it's a good idea for you to just go over like a summary of last week's call, like maybe 5 or 10 minutes, so that people who weren't there on the call would get an idea of what's happening?
I can send you a video of that too, Adam.
Yeah, I would love that.
I'm open to whatever you guys direct me to do. I'm here and I'm available to share with any and anybody about everything. So the question is, what's the time frame that we want to work, and what constraints, if any, do we have?
I was just giving a couple of minutes to get a few more people on. We'll probably start at like in another. Well, it's not even 7 yet. So
Yeah, I think that's great.
yeah. So yeah. So we're all on a little bit early. So we have some wholesale groups here that meet called Wholesale Talk. I'll send that to you too. I don't know if you've been on any of those calls or not. Adam.
No, I haven't. No, but yeah, connecting with wholesaler, we're in buyers, so connecting with wholesalers is always a good thing for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, good. We've even got some people that moved from Dallas to Michigan. Don't ask me why, and they're doing wholesale here. I think it was because it was so competitive.
It's very competitive, very competitive.
One of the things that I've kind of worked on and shared with Mark and Reddy earlier was that I can map any area in, like Mark can as well, but for filters that will give me people with what I call high load info. They've got a lot of equity. They've been in the property for a long time. They are good targets for people that are well off, but looking to retire or sell. Maybe someone's passed on in the meantime, all kinds of variables. And I think that that's something that I'd like to figure out how to mine more effectively with people of Mark's standing, your standing, Reddy's standing, and work together on some of that. Right now, I've got 10,000 that are all empty nesters with 25 years plus ownership time, with at least $200,000 in equity.
Wow. You sourced 10,000? You have
Yeah.
a list of 10,000?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, any out here in Dallas?
Well, I mean, like I said, it's not a matter of geography for me. But I have those. But I'm working with Mark and Reddy, so anything we can all do together would be great.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. We'll talk. I'll go over, kind of show you what I do. I've been around the.
Hey, Mark,
Yeah. Hey, Patty.
Mark, you unmuted me?
I did.
Yeah, but I live right by Mound Road and I have a lot of traffic noise here.
Okay, well, you can mute yourself. I just wanted to know if there's anything in particular you wanted us to cover tonight or had major concerns. We haven't started yet, so that was why.
Patty, how you doing?
Oh, okay. Good, thank you.
Great. I'm glad.
Can you see me or no? You're coming across.
No, we don't see you. Or what you might be able to see you. I haven't looked.
How you doing?
Hi, Patrick. I haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while.
How's your wife?
Oh, she's doing great.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, she's an associate broker for probably another, since the last, it's like the 2008 or so. So it's been a ride. It's been really pretty good. She's very astute. She's selling stuff to some guy who's got 100 comic book stores. She's out with him right now, and he's buying more warehouses and more store furniture. Now that's a shocker for me, considering retail is really down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course there's friends of mine that want to do these shopping centers. They think that this is a good time to do them. And I said, why is that? And the guy says, oh, because you can't duplicate them for the cost.
Adam, the company that you work for, do they do anything other than single families?
No, primarily single family and primarily under 300 ARV. So quite specific, actually.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So you guys, do you target like elderly investors that are looking for total package deals with tenants in them and the whole shot, or what's your
For our acquisition or for our resale?
for your acquisition?
Oh, no specific target for acquisition. Anything that makes the good numbers are good numbers. So anyone who's selling, we deal with really distressed homes normally, putting 70,000-80,000 back into them to resell them.
And they're all, or are they urban, or are they isolated or rural?
Urban, suburban.
Okay.
Yeah, suburban. No, not so much rural. Rural is a little bit harder out here. It's easier to flip in the suburbs. DFW is just a massive suburb city. So it's easier to flip in the suburbs. We can flip them quicker than finding the rural.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's happening here too.
Okay, well, I think we got enough participants on, so what we'll probably do is going to start the seminar or the webinar, whatever you want to call it. So I want to thank everybody for being on. If anybody's got any questions, I'm probably going to ask everybody to mute themselves while we do the presentation. It will be a fairly short presentation, somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes max, and then we're going to open it up to questions. So if there was a question by anybody, feel free to, or something you're concerned about covering, you can either do it before or after. We got a couple of minutes here while a few more people get on. Anybody got any questions? Okay.
Oh, another guy from Dallas.
So with that said, we're going to get started here. And you have to be patient while I get my PowerPoint here. And there we go. You guys, you got one of the most non-technical guys in the country working the controls here. So be patient with that. My name is Mark Maupin. I'm your host. I've been in the real estate game for a lot of years. I've bought and sold over 3,500 properties. Right now, I run a national program for a charity that deals in donated real estate. And I also handle some marketing for some other charities. I'm an internet marketer, and I'm your host tonight. And our speaker is Pat Munce, and I've known Pat Munce for over 30 years. And let me tell you who Pat Munce is. Pat Munce is a guy that other mortgage companies go to when they've got a problem mortgage. They don't know how to put it together. Pat analyzes it and puts it together and gets it closed. And those are the guys that keep coming back to him to handle their problems. And he does it over and over and over again. So what I'm really saying is you got one of the most knowledgeable people out there. He stays up on everything. I'm amazed at him. He is a mortgage broker. He is a business funder on your businesses. And so you can pretty much ask him anything, and he deals in almost any kind of program. So welcome, Pat.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, and tonight we're going to talk about new SBA rules. And I talked to Pat earlier today, and it was just amazing. Things changed in the last 3 or 4 days. So he's going to bring us up to speed on all that. So there are some things, if you can keep yourself muted during this, we'll open it up to questions and answers afterwards. And let's see, what else? That's it. So Patrick, take it over. Thank you.
Okay, well, this is a time for a pretty exciting, game-changing topic. And like Mark said, the past few days have really been a roller coaster ride in terms of new information sprouting out of nowhere and appearing, starting with the PPP loans. What's nice about the PPP loans is that they can fund expansion into SBA loans. So there's a number of opportunities here, and not to mention the intergenerational exchange of wealth that's coming up. that would allow people to buy and sell companies and do a lot of things for very little down. But this is a business aspect of it that I think is wonderful. It appears the PPP loans have been extended to May 31st of this year. It was at the end of this month, it was going to be shut down. And so during this time, it's probably the biggest tsunami and opportunity in the history of the United States in terms of support and social nets and all these integration of these policies coming together through the Treasury and SBA and of course the Congress. So one of the interesting things about this is most businesses are totally unaware of this. And what I want to do is bring this forward so we can start talking about a few of these things right now. Maybe there's no better time to qualify for more money. They're essentially changed the rules recently to knock down all the debt service or total debt qualifications and quantify people. All they're looking for are people that operate as for-profit businesses that are of good character, are domestic operators in the United States. And they'll even do startups, but you're going to inject personal capital if you do startups. And you have to have some form of alternative financial resources, personal assets, something that's going to pull you through if you're going to do a startup. But otherwise, if you've got business cash flow, that's going to be the eligibility requirement right there. And they're looking for an opportunity to essentially assign and give away as much as they can. They have credit thresholds that the PPP doesn't. There's no credit eligibility for the PPP loans, whereas with SBA, there are what were stringent requirements are now relaxed requirements, and they're going to try and find a home for you inside the SBA portfolios if you bounce on the initial credit.
Which that's all unbelievable because it's always been a lot more stringent in the past. So now they're saying they'll work with you to, even if you don't meet the credit requirements, they'll try to fit you into a program that will work.
Yeah. So it's easier to qualify now. So
yeah.
Now the most important thing to people maybe other alternative funding, but I think you ought to hear me out on this as to what's going on with the SBA and how it's working. You know, we can visit rental and rental property loans and rehab loans and multifamily, all that stuff. But right now, why don't we just kind of move ahead on the next slide here?
It's not moving for me.
It's not moving.
Let's be patient here.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, I don't know what to say. Ready? If you're on, I need your assistance because try going back or forward, it doesn't move.
So you mean the PowerPoint?
Yep.
Okay, just do. Let me remotely connect to your machine, Mark.
Okay. Stay with us here. Oh, wait, hang on. Ready?
Yeah.
Accept. Let me try over here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to disconnect you for just a second. Hang on.
Yeah, sure.
All right. It's working like over here. Typically, if I hit my arrow, it works. So sorry about that, Patrick. Fire away.
problem. Okay. So what they have now with this program is no payments for 6 months and the opportunity to waive the normal 2 to 4 points on the normal loan amount. The first threshold is 350, and then from there it's 351 and up all the way to 5 million. The SBA pays 6 months of your first payment, principal and interest, and that's not taxable and it's not payment deferral. They're paying it.
They're making my payments
Yeah, they're making your
for
payment
6 months.
for 6 months. Yeah.
That's great. I'll take it.
So, and then from there, the deadline's been extended again to the September 31st. So it's between now and September 31st. The points don't include any direct fee agreements that you have with any brokers or anything like that bring it. But aside from that, it's a tremendous savings. On $1 million, you probably save $40,000 in fees alone.
Wow. So in the past, I would have had to make those monthly payments. In the past, I would have had 40 to some odd $1,000 in fees from the SBA. So
yeah, well, you get the $5 million, suddenly you're up to 200,000. Now here they'll do 10% down instead of the normal 25% down from the 75 coverage they used to offer. So this is a window of opportunity.
So if I wanted to buy a business, let's say I had a company that was a storage unit, ran, could I buy that or fund it with the 10% down and use this whole program for something like that?
Oh, absolutely. That's the nature of these programs is acquisitions, refinances, equipment.
So here's an opportunity for somebody to actually fund themselves right into a franchise agreement or something, or to a franchise business.
Franchises it's a big favorite with the SBA, and of course, the operating capital that you'll need is obviously going to be.
And the SBA's in the past has always been not 10%. It's been what, like 25% or something?
25 to 35, depending on who you are and what your credit looks like, what your assets are,
I think I should unmute everybody and we'll just sing a song, something.
God bless America.
God bless America. That's what we need to do. This is great.
Yeah, and they're offering up to 15-year amortizations. But if you have anything to do with owner-occupied business real estate, wholesale, warehousing, things of that nature, office building, whatever the flying you got, that would obviously lower your monthly payment because they're going to offer you 25-year amortizations.
It's great.
Yeah, and it's going to run you just under 6%. They have 2 lines of credit that are offered, or a term loan, which the lines of credit are either monitored or unmonitored. Why don't we change the slide? They decide if you're monitored or unmonitored, sadly. But unmonitored funds you spend as you see fit. The other ones require monthly accounts receivable reports. In any case, it's a home run and a winner for everybody to get their hands on this kind of capital.
Absolutely.
Really leverage. And like I said, with this, if you're buying businesses, for example, which is probably the fastest way to grow, you're dealing with a situation where there's more intergenerational wealth being transferred in succession, back and forth, in all of history right now. So these are people who don't want to sell, or emotionally attached, but have to sell. Maybe, the illness, divorce, death, layoff, you name it.
Patrick, I'm 70, so at some point, this would be an ideal tool to be able to sell your business with. I mean, so it works 2 ways. You've got
that's
funding to be able to buy, but if you're somebody who's got a business, this is an incredible tool to help them move that business. So like business brokers should be jumping up and down on this.
They don't know about it.
Yeah.
They don't follow it. They're deep in listings. So after this $5 million reverts to 500,000 after September 31st, by the way. Yeah. So this is a good time to consider getting in there. At least let's start out with $1 million cap. and I'll hook it to the 500,000. But I suspect that the $5 million is coming down to.
Yeah. We go to the next slide.
Yep. So here's where they show the savings, where all these fees are normally rolled in as if it was a refinance by the borrower, and he's carrying that extra debt load. And then, of course, that jacks his debt service coverage ratios. So this expanded ratio now is a gift from God
Wow.
to offset that and make more people fit the mold. So, like I said, 10% down instead of 25, and you can use it for just about anything under the sun, including inventory, work in progress, materials, distribution costs, business expenses, refinancing, you name it, including health coverage for everybody. All these things. It's crazy. But working capital. All you have to do is be somebody who's not under suspicion of associating with known criminals. That's their idea of good character, or no arson convictions either for your liquor store. I would guess would be the other variable. Ability to repay, you have to show some kind of credit management in terms of your loan ratios and what have you, and repayment of previous loans. Must have an eligible business, and that means generally accepted licensure and other issues. They don't like speculation at all. It's an ineligible business. And they have a long list of what's considered